it's Crown Jewel on Saturday. Let's get into those predictions. So I'm starting off with the kickoff match, which is McDonagh versus Sami Zayn. Wow, when was the last time we had a match on the kickoff show? Okay, so I know that on NXT we still get a kickoff match every now and then, but we haven't actually had one on a main roster kickoff show in a while. And I've been begging for these because I seriously cannot listen to that panel talk for a full hour. We have a match and it's been pre-announced, which is pretty cool. Usually it's just like a throwaway match that no one hears about until like 20 minutes before the kickoff show happens. The question I have is, do you start off with the crowd happy and have Sami Zayn win, or do you further your storylines and have McDonagh win? I don't know, actually. I'm thinking you further the storyline. I mean, the Judgment Day is meant to be the biggest thing in WWE now. So Judgment Day is definitely the best thing on Raw right now. So I'm going to go with McDonagh winning. Maybe he'll finally be a part of the Judgment Day. Because, man, this guy's been taking finishes after finishes after finishes for the Judgment Day. Like, he deserves some sort of credit for that. So he definitely should be in the Judgment Day now because he's just taking finishes. I mean, a haluva kick and 2 crossroads on an announce table. Poor guy, seriously. So he needs the win, and hopefully Rhea Ripley, Damian Priest, and Dominic Mysterio will acknowledge him as part of the Judgment Day soon. Yeah, so I'm going with McDonagh winning. Now, if you've been with me for a while, firstly, thank you very much. I'm so glad that you're here. Secondly, you know that I do all of the non-title matches first, so I'm going straight into Cody Rhodes versus Damian Priest. This is another tough one because I don't know where the story is going. And with Cody Rhodes, we talk a lot about stories, but I don't actually know where this one is going. I don't see the points in this match, purely just because neither of these men can afford to lose. So WWE have literally booked themselves into a stalemate here because you have Damian Priest, who is Mr. Money in the Bank, who can't afford to lose because you don't want your future champion looking like a chump. But then you have Cody Rhodes, who is arguably your biggest babyface right now, probably one of the biggest merch sellers. And we'll talk about the other person who's a big merch seller and who's another huge babyface in this company a bit later. But on Raw, this is your biggest babyface. And this is the person who we're all expecting to beat Roman Reigns at WrestleMania 40, but you've booked him into a match with someone else who also cannot afford to lose. Cody can't lose momentum right now, but Damian Priest is going to be champion in hopefully the next 3 months, and you've got him in a match with someone who can't lose. The only solution I think that this match has is either they beat up Cody before the match, Cody's not cleared to compete, match doesn't happen. But knowing Cody Rhodes, even if he wasn't cleared to compete, he'd be like, I'm going to that ring and I'm fighting Damian Priest and no one can stop me, so then the match is going to happen and Cody's going to win because that's the underdog story. Or they do the normal Judgment Day thing and the numbers game works. Damian Priest wins, just not in a clean way. So if Damian Priest wins, he can't win clean. But I don't think Cody Rhodes should lose this match. Then again, Cody Rhodes shouldn't win this match either. This match just shouldn't be happening. This is so frustrating. Okay. I'm gonna go with Cody Rhodes beats Damian Priest. And I'm only saying this because the story is bigger than the story of the briefcase. Cody finishing the story is the only thing that should matter right now. So it should trump everything. Unfortunately, that also includes the Money in the Bank briefcase. That also includes the World Heavyweight Championship. Cody has to win. That's it. But I'm so deflated because this match should not be happening. Onto something else. And this is probably the biggest non-title match on this card. And it's John Cena versus Solo Sikoa. Did I ever think that I would, in 2023, say John Cena would still be fighting new up-and-coming talent? Probably not. They've actually put in some really, really nice elements and some points of interest into the booking of this match. First, we have the Bloodline story, which they've somehow inserted John Cena into. Don't ask me why. I'm guessing they just needed John Cena to do something big, and what's bigger than fighting with the Bloodline? They've somehow made a Samoan Spike feel even more dangerous, because Paul Heyman got into that ring and he said, John Cena, you could have been just like me. You're so talented on this mic. Your communication skills are out of this world. You could have been the next Paul Heyman, but instead you've interfered in bloodline business. And now Solo Sikoa and the Samoan Spike can take away all of those communication skills. That's pretty much what Paul Heyman has said. And that is a level of interest that I never thought I would have going into this match. Because Paul Heyman's right. John Cena is one of the best talkers in the industry, in the history of the industry, probably. And now he might not be able to do that because of the Samoan Spike. That is an awesome way to make this match relevant. Because I'm pretty sure before that promo happened, no one cared that John Cena was going to fight Solo Sikoa. I mean, yes, we also had the whole thing of John Cena saying that he might retire soon. This is probably his last run, and he hasn't won a singles match in 2002 days. You know, those are really, really interesting points that they've been bringing up, and I didn't think I was interested in this match, but I'm kind of invested in John Cena trying to beat Solo now, purely just because how do you avoid the Samoan Spike? How do you counter a Samoan Spike? So, again, do you further the storyline or do you keep the crowd happy? I'm actually just going to go with keeping the crowd happy here. You know, I personally want to see a John Cena win, so I'm going with John Cena. I think John Cena should beat Solo Sikoa here, especially if it is his last run in the WWE. So for non-title matches, that was actually really, really rough. I don't know where they're going with any of these matches. Title matches, and I'm throwing myself straight into the deep end by saying Logan Paul versus Rey Mysterio for the United States title. Did I ever think I was going to say that? No. Did I ever think I was going to say the next statement? Definitely not. But I think it's actually best if Logan Paul wins this match. So there are quite a few cons to him winning this match. The biggest, in my opinion, is that Io Sky will be the only full-time active champion on SmackDown. Because we all know Roman Reigns is not a full-time champion. We all know that Logan Paul is not going to be a week-to-week workhorse champion. And we all know that the tag titles are currently on Raw. So what's left is Io Sky is pretty much going to have to carry SmackDown every week. Now, another thing is, do you really want Logan Paul beating a legend like Rey Mysterio? Part of me thinks that Rey Mysterio actually wants that to happen. He wants to put Logan Paul over. Especially now with the TKO group, Logan Paul is probably going to take the United States title all over. And so every single combat sports match that he's going to be in, the US title is going to be there. He's not going to defend it, but it's going to be there. Every single time you see an Impulsive video, the United States title is going to be on that table right in front of him. I don't think that Logan Paul can give this title bad exposure, considering that he's doing so many things as an influencer and that he's in so many different other forms of combat sports. I don't necessarily think that it's bad exposure for the company or for the title. But again, like I said, do you really want a part-time mid-card champion? Do you want him beating a legend like Rey Mysterio? I think he's actually going to win. The last massive point that I have on this is that where is the show? It's in Riyadh, Saudi Arabia. I don't think that there is a country or a place on this planet that likes Logan Paul or combat sports more than Saudi Arabia. So if he was ever to win a title, this would probably be the best place to do it. I'm actually starting to feel slightly nauseous talking about this match because I never, ever, in my 26 years on this planet, I never thought that I would say that Logan Paul is going to beat Rey Mysterio for the United States title and talked myself into thinking that this is a good idea. But that just happened. Unfortunately, my pick is Logan Paul. And it's purely just because I think that WWE's going for the whole global localization, we need exposure thing, and Logan Paul can get them that exposure. I'm so sad that SmackDown is only going to have one full-time active champion after this match. Okay. I'm fine. I think I'm fine. Okay. Speaking of SmackDown's only full-time champion, Io Sky is defending her title against Bianca Belair. To be honest, I'm not very interested in this match. I don't really care about this match. Unless there's a double turn here. Because I want to see heel Bianca Belair. So, unless a double turn happens somewhere in this match, maybe Io actually just lets out all of her frustration about Bayley and actually hits Bayley. That'll be kind of cool. Also because I really want to see Io Sky versus Bayley, but on the other hand, I don't want Damage Control to break up. I do want to see heel Bianca Belair though because I think that she's awesome. Other than that, my interest in this match is less than nothing, to be honest. Io Sky has to win this match. I think Io Sky just has to win this match. That's it. Rhea Ripley versus, let's see if I can remember all the names. Shayna Baszler versus Raquel Rodriguez versus Nia Jax versus, there's the last name, Zoe Stark. Okay, yeah, I'm still not feeling great. So this is a fatal 5-way match for the Women's World title. Again, I don't particularly think that this can be a very bad match. I do think that it should get quite a lot of time just because there's so many competitors. But is there actually a chance of Rhea losing the title in this match? Probably not. So I'm going to keep this short and sweet and say that Rhea Ripley retains the world title. And speaking of world titles, Seth Rollins versus Drew McIntyre, World Heavyweight Championship. I genuinely want Drew McIntyre to win this title. Firstly, Drew needs his moments in the spotlight. Every single time we see Drew McIntyre, people constantly mention how he carried us through the pandemic era, which he did alongside Bayley and Sasha Banks. That PC era is an era that we all genuinely just want to forget, right? But Drew McIntyre was pretty much the pioneer for that time. He really did try his best to make the best out of a really bad situation. Give him his moments in the spotlight. Let him finally get the win that he deserves against Seth Rollins. And let him be the champion we all know he can be. I genuinely just want Drew McIntyre to win this title because I think that he really deserves it. I also think that Seth Rollins is going to take some time off after this, and Seth Rollins definitely deserves some time off. So he's been carrying Raw since 2016 probably. So this man deserves a break. And we all know that Drew McIntyre can carry a brand and a title and a locker room. So it's time to let Drew McIntyre shine because even though it took a while, it genuinely does feel like he is the chosen one again. Not the character, but he is meant to lead this locker room. I'm going to go with my gut here and say I want Drew McIntyre to win this match. So Drew McIntyre should beat Seth Rollins and win the World Heavyweight Championship. I feel bad because I've bet against Seth Rollins so many times, but he keeps on winning. And I do feel bad because I'm a huge Seth Rollins fan. I feel like these feuds came way too soon. You start off with Finn Balor and you immediately go SummerSlam 7 years ago. Of course we're going to root for Finn Balor to win that match. And then you bring in the best version of Shinsuke Nakamura that we've seen since NXT. Of course, we're going to want Shinsuke Nakamura to win. And then you bring in this version of Drew McIntyre who's completely vengeful because he deserves his moments in the spotlight, which he does because he carried us through one of the craziest periods this world has ever had. And you also then want us to still believe and truly want Seth Rollins to win this match? No. And I'm going on a tangent here, so I'm going to put a timestamp and you can skip this. But personally, I feel like he should have, like, Seth Rollins should have had, like, a nothing feud with a Dolph Ziggler, or like a whole bunch of like mini little feuds. He could have carried on the thing with Braun Breaker, or I don't know, bring Baron Corbin back, or just he should have had like a few smaller feuds, and then we go into Finn Balor, or a few smaller feuds between Finn Balor and Shinsuke Nakamura, because he's just been having incredible matches, which I'm not angry about, but he's been having incredible matches and just these crazy intense feuds. These feuds have actually made me feel like I want the heels to win. It's great that Seth is overcoming them, but I'm kind of disappointed when Finn Balor doesn't win, when Shinsuke Nakamura doesn't win, when inevitably in the back of my mind I know Drew McIntyre is not going to win. So yeah, it's a little disappointing now and again knowing that he's having these incredible feuds with these awesome heels that should be champion, but they're not winning, you know? So now we're back, and yeah, I'm gonna go with the prediction that I want to happen, not what I think is going to happen, and I'm gonna say that Drew McIntyre is going to win. And finally, I'm probably going to make a lot of people angry with this next prediction. Roman Reigns versus LA Knight for the WWE Universal title. Personally, and I know that this is going to make people very, very angry because LA Knight is a megastar, and I'm not denying that. But I don't think there's a chance in hell that he is winning this title. WrestleMania is 5 months or so away, right? Okay. Why on earth would Roman Reigns lose this title before WrestleMania? Why would he lose the streak at a random pay-per-view that is not a big enough stage to lose this title streak on? I don't think that LA Knight is going to lose clean. I don't think LA Knight is going to have a bad match. If anything, this is just going to make his star even bigger. But I don't think LA Knight is winning here. Because, yes, LA Knight is one of the biggest baby faces we have now. Yes, LA Knight was endorsed by John Cena. But LA Knight is not the person to beat Roman Reigns. Not now. I don't think that you can walk into WrestleMania 40 with anyone else as Universal Champion than Roman Reigns. I think that deep down inside we all know that, but we also all know that it would be one of the best moments in history if LA Knight could actually get this done. Unfortunately, I don't think it's going to happen. So my pick is Roman Reigns to win this match. Those are just my thoughts and my predictions. So let me know your thoughts and your predictions for Crown Jewel in the comments section down below. And as always, be mindful and be kind.